Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
Kyle McIntyre.
McIntyre.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kyle, how's it going? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good in your world?
Things are going good. Good. All right. You know, it's fun. Glad you're gone. So things are back to normal.
Yeah, you got your room back.
So, yeah. Well, how was it, by the way, sleeping on this floor? Was it all right?
It's different than my floor. Got a different camera angle so you can actually see my bed on the ground.
Where you sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it right, though? That air mattress was
good,
okay,
yeah.
or what?
Yeah.
It was luxury. It's like sleeping on air.
Yeah. Or, there would be... you could move around in a certain way, and then it's almost like... Sometimes I'll do like a quick roll, and I'm like...
Yeah.
I'm like, I got air a little bit. Not just air in the mattress, but it's like...
Yeah.
So I'll do like a quick flip, like, you know.
Flip like a worm.
Yeah.
You know?
Like a walrus beaching himself.
Fish. Just a fish flopping around.
Yeah, exactly. Thing. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, shit. But yeah, it was good.
Because it's a small room, and I have a bunch of stuff in it. So it's like, well, the floor space, it can probably take a twin mattress.
That's all it took. Yep.
Yeah, because we had a queen. We had a queen mattress. I'm like, that's not going in here. Like, no. I mean, I could move stuff, but I think the safe still will come in contact with this, because I was measuring before you guys got here. I'm like, that will not fit.
No. It was like the first night. I was like, oh, your cats. I'm like, oh, they kind of found that air mattress, and they both like kind of sat and snuggled up against each other on the blanket. I'm like, oh, this is cute. This will be it's fine. They can sleep with me. And as soon as like I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting ready for bed. One of them just like, it's time to be bad. He just jumps in your closet and starts just fucking around with shit, and then cables he's starting to like pull out, and like, I'm gonna chew on this. I'm like, all right, pal, you're out of here. And then the girl, I'm sorry, you're coming with him too. He fucked us up for both of you. And she's like asleep. I'm like, yep, you're coming with us. I got one in each arm.
But for what's new?
Oh yeah.
I mean that's pretty funny. They are they'll be calm. Right, and then suddenly they're just like running everywhere, like they're sprinting across like the living room floor with their claw. You can hear their claws digging into the carpet.
Well, I'm like one will be good, and then the other one fucks it up for the other one. I'm like, no, you're going.
Triggers, yeah, they trigger each other. So one will be like sleeping, the other one's like, not anymore, and just like pop,
not today.
Start licking one and waking them up, and then biting their tail.
Let's fuck shit up. Let's go.
Come on.
What
you doing? Wasting time. So I guess not anything crazy, but I finally trimmed my beard down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Probably can't really tell because it was like getting wide. So it starts to flare out.
You're puffed up.
Yeah. Looks like I'm ready to
yeah.
I'm like ready to fucking go.
Spit venom or something.
Yeah, like from Jurassic Park, that one thing. So I just kind of go straight down on the sides. Probably could do a better job, but what I noticed is last time I got my hair cut and I didn't do that, I looked like a fucking like. So I wear like a hat where my hair was actually short underneath. It looked like I was bald underneath, and then flared ass hair that came out. It looked like I was homeless. Like I looked straight up homeless, like a bald homeless man.
Yeah.
Which is cool. You can be bald and homeless.
But I am homed, and I got a full head of hair.
Yeah, come on.
It could be more opposite than what I got. You see this fucking hair?
So anyways, I just trimmed it back, and I did a little cut on the bottom there. So it was getting pretty long, pretty full.
Yeah.
So because someone had mentioned, actually a bunch of people had mentioned like my beard was getting like huge, and I think all I did that day was just like I just like combed it out and like fluffed it up.
Yeah,
because it's pretty much the same. Like I didn't really do a whole lot. I just kind of. But people were commenting on some photo that was posted on Instagram.
Yeah,
it's like I was showing off a base or something. They're like, sick beard. I'm like no,
this base has fucking rubber strings on it.
Yeah, which by the way,
nobody cares.
By the way, I did play that.
Oh, you plugged it up?
I went back. I actually plugged it up and played it.
All right.
It is
stupid.
Really dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is does not really make sense. It's
do you tune it at all?
No, it was I did have to tune a couple of strings. Yeah, I could hear them out of
really?
You hear. Yeah.
Okay. I just assumed that's not that's just you pushing the frets and it's always going to be the same tuning. That's what a dumb instrument. It was out. It felt weird because like you're tuning it, it's a fucking rubber string. Like you're like, it's stupid, but it also like kind of, what if you got one? You know, I'm just saying what if. I'm just saying what if.
What if that like when a metal string goes off, you've had it where it hurts, it like pops and hurts your hand, right?
Yeah.
Imagine this fucking thing snapping and just like
a rubber band,
like a goddamn fire hose going off, just like slapping the shit out of you, getting your eye. Bam!
It slaps and actually makes the boom, 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 boom. Sounds like Flea playing.
That was great. Do that again.
So you just pull the other strings off and it just slap bass.
Wow! Just play the shit out of it like it's a fucking Seinfeld.
Yeah. Dude,
and it makes Jerry Seinfeld's voice actually. It's like, what the hell?
What the hell?
What's the deal?
He doesn't say, what the hell? He never does.
What the fuck?
What the fuck you doing, you little piece of shit?
Yeah, he did do that though, didn't he?
Yeah, there was an episode where
they bleep him out.
Yeah, they bleep him out. The kid's just out of nowhere just ripping the tape, like he recorded it like best set of his life or whatever. And then the kid's just like, oh, here's a tape. I'm just pulling it. And he's like, what the fuck you doing, you little piece of shit? But it's bleep. It's purposely like beep, beep. Yeah, it's good.
So on that note,
hat I'm rocking, dude. So I can see this. Last thing I bought before I got on that plane.
Out.
We stopped at Cabela's.
Yeah. And it's not like a Texas thing. It's just something I like to do.
Yeah, you're like, let's go to Cabela's. And Johnny and I, it was like a bin of just, here's hats that are $4.99. And then Johnny and I weren't going to buy anything. I think you took us there because you wanted to go and just like show us. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. So you guys going to buy a hat?
Oh, first of all,
first of all,
we could have gotten hats and gotten out of there pretty quickly.
We could have. But we were looking around, and then like both of us were like, I don't know. And then I'm like, yeah, it's $5. I'm gonna get it. And Johnny's like, yeah, me too. He just grabs 5. Or you guys 3 of them. I'm like,
yeah, you got 1. He got 3. We went to go back into line because we walked past the line.
Yeah.
Which there was only like 2 people in line. We went back. Proceeded to be like 6 people in line behind the slowest guy who wanted to have conversations with everybody.
Oh yeah.
About everything.
Yeah.
And then they started pulling people. Oh, sir, I'll help you next in line. And obviously, because Texans are so fucking polite, people jump ahead of you.
Yeah,
like,
and so
I've been here for 5 seconds.
I was next in line, and then Johnny, and then this person who was behind Johnny goes, and he's like, oh, I'll help whoever's next in line. And Johnny was going to go, and this guy cut in front of Johnny. And then
John was so pissed.
Johnny's like, yeah, you were next, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, he did say that. Maybe we shouldn't light Johnny up like that.
It was hilarious because people heard it, and I think somebody added another line. It's like, oh, I can help you in the next line, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you really were.
So he did get help.
Johnny was like, oh, yeah, you really were next, you fucking cunt. And the guy never looked back at Johnny. It was so good because the guy was like, probably, oh no, I need to get my fucking bait or whatever the fuck I'm getting.
Yeah. God.
It was so good. Yeah.
So
that was hilarious. Just Johnny just out loud because he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, yeah. And then the guy heard. So, anyways, good stuff. But yeah, I got
you got some hats.
Bass Pro Shop hat.
Yeah. I dropped you guys off. And then on the way back, I drove back to South Austin Music Exchange.
Okay, the same day.
Yeah, the day I dropped you off. So we had gone earlier in the week, right?
Yeah.
Weekend.
And you tried it out, okay.
So then I tried that bass out. And then I ended up walking out with, I guess, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This is a visual podcast now.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a MXR tremolo.
Yeah. So it was new, right? You bought a new?
Yeah, I got a new one. Which is fine, whatever. I don't usually get new pedals.
Well,
it came with.
You're supporting.
I didn't know
that shop.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with
MXR. MXR to be like, whoa, we sold another unit.
Did we sell it to Kyle McIntyre of the Toners podcast?
Yeah,
I heard they actually had this idea for this pedal.
Yeah, well,
we have many ideas for many MXR pedals.
So I haven't looked to see exactly what everything does on here, but
yeah,
there's like a tap expression that you can have go into here, or you can put it. I don't know what CTR means.
Crash Team
Or you
Racing.
can have, yeah, there you go. Or
Crash
audio.
Bandicoot.
So I don't know if it's like audio out. Maybe I doubt it would be audio out because this is out. But I don't know if this is like something. I don't know.
There's a manual that you haven't read.
Yeah, because it came with one.
Yeah, because I'm not
used to it.
Nerd.
I'm not used to having it come with a manual, and I didn't know they came with power supplies. They came with a little wall wart. Never have I seen one before. Every fucking pedal I've gotten.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever had one.
The MXR Phase 95, the mini one, came with a giant wall wart.
It's like bigger than the pedal
it's like
itself.
with twice the size of the pedal. I'm like, this is cool. You didn't need to include it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Because I think maybe...
Shut up. I'm talking still. No, I'm just kidding.
Shut your fucking
it has
trap.
your standard, like, your rate and your depth, right, of your trim. Yeah. But it's got some gain, so you can actually gain up the... add some, not just... it's volume, but it's a little dirt. And then if you click down, kind of like the reverb...
Yeah.
It selects between... the MXR, the standard one they used to have before, like, or not used to, it has like the stupid word, like the word art.
Yeah.
Yeah, tremolo. Yeah. Tremolo. And then there's like I don't know, I like the harmonic trim in here, which is similar. I think the Monument still does a better job. It's like more articulated, but it's still really cool. I mean, I had to plug up all of the tremolos I own.
Yeah.
I had to do them. Sounded like absolute shit.
I had to do it to them.
I ran as fast as they all could go.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. You have to record a video.
I did the Hummingbird, the Monuments, and that one. And so. I mean, I think you're a bad influence, dude. You weren't even out of Texas yet, and I bought that. And and I bought that other MXR pedal like a couple days before, dude. I'm glad you're gone.
Yeah,
I'm so fucking glad.
Yeah.
No, I got that Echoplex delay, which I've always wanted one of those, and I know. Anyways,
like I don't know. I mean, the tremolo when that came out, it did. I don't know. It's like I don't need a tremolo. I don't know. MXR just makes really cool shit.
They make like basic things.
GTOD. I still want one of those. I don't need it. It's like basically just a tube screamer.
Yeah,
but I want one.
Yeah, you should get one.
And then the micro flanger is a great flanger.
Some of those pedals that I have gone up, actually, like basic pedals that I own.
Which one?
Some of those DOD pedals. I was looking up...
with a rubberneck or something?
No, Looking Glass.
That one.
So I got it under $100.
Yeah.
And they're at like 200 right now.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good pedal.
The pedals are investments, right?
Yeah,
you can tell that to yourself. I'm like, even DODs.
Yeah, even a defunct company. Yeah,
because that's just like a clone, right? Oh.
I think it is. I think the verbiage made it sound like it, but I don't really know. It was from some rabbit. I forget the name of the collaboration that they did with another company, but I think it is a clone. I mean, they were using like trans.
It's just like just like a drive,
a transparent overdrive with you know, similar to hot, you know, whatever they. Anyways, doesn't matter.
And then, do you have the gunslinger too?
I do have it, but not here. I didn't bring any of my DoDs here.
Yeah. Okay. And then
that's a lie. I brought my DoD chorus pedal that I have, and I didn't bring the fucking adapter because it's like an old one.
The gonculator. Like do you have that one?
I have the gonculator too.
Damn, you have a shit ton of pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Back up off me, dude.
Get on my level.
If you touch them, they're in my garage back in California. If you fucking lay a goddamn finger on them, you better play them.
I like and put my finger on it. I'm like, it's mine now.
No.
Oh, fuck. That's the rules.
All right. So enough about pedals, dude. Yeah. Stop talking about pedals.
Yeah.
So
you stop talking about gear for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That's not what they want to hear. They want to hear about my bathroom install I did. Okay? I talked about, like, you know, sprucing up the bathroom before you guys got it because I knew you'd be laying some massive deuces in there.
Dude, we were just just dumpers.
Yeah. You just like every 30 minutes you guys are in there.
Dude, we were just thick dumpers.
Yeah, just laying down the froyo looking Duke.
Yeah, I had some morning blowouts for sure.
Yeah. You know what? It's Texas. You know, I'm sure everyone is doing that.
It's like the Dave Chappelle episode where he's just like slow-mo blasting off the toilet. That's just like me every morning, just like.
So I think I talked about installing a couple things, updating, putting towel bars, hardware, mirror in there. And the last thing, at least for now, was that ugly, nasty vanity that was like from the 80s. It was like the fake looking marble Corian top that just looked like pus, you know, just like a nasty yellow.
Okay.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
It might look like other things to other people, but it looked like pus.
Yeah.
And then with anyways, I pulled that bitch out, had to redo the drain. So like the drain was like original to the house. So pulled the cabinet out, I went to cut the damn, you know, at work, I use a style of cutter that cuts the PVC and it crushes it and it has a sharp blade. It just goes, slices right through it.
Yeah.
I get mine on there and I get like 2 ratchets because it ratchets down on it.
Yeah.
The second one, it just explodes with like plastic everywhere. That whatever was in the drain for fucking 80 or, you know, since the 80s, nasty smelling drain. I didn't realize the drain was so gross.
Yeah.
It just exploded all over the place, all over me, all over the floor. So I threw it in the fucking tub, you know, all this, and there was water in it too. So it's like, it was, because it's a U, the U pipe, basically, the U, they call it P-trap. It goes this. So it had water in it and just shot everywhere. Had to cut that back. And when I cut that, because I'm like a bull in a china shop, I'm trying to cut it gently and I fucking break it off and I pour that shit everywhere too. So
like you're trying to be delicate, like operation, and you're just like, fuck, like Chris Farleying it.
Exactly. And I'm in there fucking cursing, fuck, who's the fucking asshole who designed this fucking shit?
It's a pretty small bathroom. And I imagine trying to work in there must be a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. So I leveled out the floor. So the floor, once I pulled the old cabinet, obviously the tile isn't going to match, and they put the tile up to the old cabinet.
Yeah.
So there was like old linoleum under there. Anyways, I had to do some repair work, and anyways, so threw the new one in there, tightened it up. Dude, it looks so much better in there. It was like the final thing that just it was like the dog shit on top of like your ice cream, you know? It's like
just like.
Yeah, the piece de resistance.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said that right, but Andy Walsh could probably help me out with that one.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you got the Miku up there. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, sell the Miku up.
You got to keep her up. Like I was saying, you got to get her that Miku poster framed and just move it around every once in a while. Like there was because we did the fucking podcast and then Johnny said, "Oh, we should have put the Miku up." Like I was like legit like, "Fuck."
Ruined.
Yeah, I was like, we ruined the whole podcast. It was a video podcast because it was just like, your
white wall behind us.
Yeah, living room is just a white wall. Like it's still
you
still got
move it around
stuff that you're doing
everywhere
in the living room. So it was just the fold out chairs or whatever, camping chairs. And I'm like, oh damn it would have brought the whole fucking room together. Johnny's like, oh, we should have brought the Miku and put it up. I'm like, fuck. I was just so pissed. I'm like, damn it. That would have got the views up, up a little bit. Anyways, but
so
got the bathroom going.
Speaking of picture frames, well, okay, that's done.
Yeah.
I got to reseal. I got to seal like the silicone around it, but I put a new faucet, new sink, new vanity.
Yeah,
man, it looks fucking great.
You don't want to blow a seal or anything. Not one of the or one.
You blew a seal.
Yeah,
at SeaWorld.
That was ice cream. But yeah.
So, anyways, picture frames.
Yeah.
This thing right here.
If you
finally,
sorry
got
for
my
the audio
shrine.
only listeners, but it's looking good here. The K-Man.
So, I've talked about it before. My sister painted me a picture, not self-portrait, but a portrait of myself.
Yeah.
And I had it just kind of resting in places, trying not to knock it over, break, scratch the oil paint. I've been looking for, I go places, look for picture frames, and I'm like, oh, I could buy that, and just knock the picture out, but someone looked really nice. I go to like a spot and I'm like, oh, that's not quite the right dimension, but I probably could get that to work.
Like an old antique shop or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
and I felt bad, like
punch a hole through it and rip it out. The fuck is this? It was an actual painting, not just a reprint or repro.
It was like a Rembrandt or something. Yeah. It was like an actual
Get out of here! I need to put my picture of me.
It's like a classic, Baroque painting. Fuck this shit!
Get this poor shit out of here.
I go to a gallery, I rip one off the wall.
Well,
perfect.
Yeah,
I'll take this.
But yeah, so she did a good job on that picture, and it's funny that you have a picture of yourself in your like office studio, gun locker or whatever.
This whole room is my gun locker.
The gun locker, the fucking. This
is the fucking gun locker right here.
Right there, yeah.
My pipes.
Yeah.
So I found I was going through. I've gone to thrift stores, whatever. I was at a Goodwill. And I'm like, I saw them. They had pictures on the back wall. And I'm like, fuck that. There's a square one over there. So I walk over there. I'm like, oh, I didn't have my measuring tape. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's fucking 23 3/4 inches or 24, whatever. So I take it home, drop it in there. Perfect. It was black frame though. So I was like, got some spray painted it gold. Looks pretty damn good. Now I wished it was more like decorative, like filigree and like scroll work and shit, but it looks great. I'm stoked on it. I got my candles in front, so I can light them and pray to myself. No, it looks like a shrine. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, a shrine
it definitely looks like something you'd have like in a classroom, like a dictator. Like overlooking the children. That's what
it's pretty good. I like it. Just kind of adds to the space there. Then
someone sees that and they're like, "What the fuck?" Oh
what
don't worry about it.
Like if somebody goes into that room, they're like, "What the hell is going on in this house?
What's wrong with this guy?"
A gigantic
camo blanket covering something.
Yeah,
it's a militant dictator.
Like I was like surprised. I'm like, how did you even get that gun safe into that room? It is huge. It is fucking huge.
I like strained so many muscles like in my ribs, like trying to like walk it into place just through the house.
Just trying to walk it in.
Got sticky ribs, sticky fingers. So that's not even the line.
Yeah.
All right, last thing. I want to update you guys on the truck, the red truck situation. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to haul stuff with it, right? I want a gooseneck like a gooseneck hitch, right? They're safer than putting it on the bumper because it distributes the weight better, and it pulls the trailer in a more natural way than like at a joint. Like when you turn, it basically, so if you have any problems with the trailer or like balancing issues, it usually lays out better. Sorry, I thought you were looking at something behind me, like there's a ghost or something. I thought the door opened actually.
I'm just like, yeah.
So it the gooseneck sits. Oh my god! I know you were here. So it sits on like the over the wheels. So it's anyways better distributed. And I was like, oh man, it's like $800 to buy the one I want, or found one for $400. I'm like, okay, gotta go to a dealer, gotta get it on there. I can install it myself because it just bolts in place, all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I want to see how rusty this bed is because I have a liner in there. So I'm like, let me just pull the liner off. So clean it off, pull it back, unscrew it all, throw it on the ground, and I already have a gooseneck under there. I just saved myself fucking probably $1,000, or between like $500, $600 to $1,000 getting it installed possibly. Now, who knows if it's in good shape, because I looked. Usually they're bolted in, but this one was welded. So when I take it in, I'm gonna have them look to make sure it was welded correctly, not like some bird shit fucking garbage welds. But we'll see. And then final thing with the truck, found I was measuring the pipes, and 4-inch exhaust pipes. So I'm really stoked on that. Usually they come with like 3 1/4 or 3 1/2. So 4 is like perfect for optimizing the horsepower. So, but whoever welded it kind of a shit job. Yeah. Anyways, that's my what's new. I can't believe we got through it. It's been a while. It's only actually hasn't been that long. Yeah.
Is I not even a week, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. Left on. Yeah, I saw you last Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty busy week for you.
Fuck, yeah. What's new with you?
I kind of was inspired by Johnny on the trip. He brought this little, like, we talked about it, like portable emulator thing for old retro games. Yeah, we played some older N64 PlayStation games, and some of those games just don't age well. I remember Twisted Metal being like, so, I'm like, geez, this is real.
Oh, like ahead of its time.
God, and
I remember the controls still being difficult.
Yeah, I remember Tony Hawk still holds up, but anyway, so with that, I was like, oh, I want to start playing my N64 again. But I know it just was a pain because it has like those RCA inputs. What are the AV? With the red,
the yellow,
white, and yellow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's such a bitch. Like, because I can only do it on my TV, which I have mounted like way too high. It's like, which it's fine because it sits above there, and I can use it.
The Walmart Reddit, angle.
Yeah. You got any games on here? Hey, yo, you got any other games on here? But it's like the Reddit. It's like r/TV too mounted too high or something like that.
Yeah,
like I see in just different. I'm in a subreddit about just like room decor,
everything,
and somebody says like, yeah. There's so much shit on Reddit. Somebody says like, oh, and they just like trying to be funny. It's like when people like link to groups that are like, a sentence long. Hey man, I think that's cool, but also different. Blah 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 blah. It's like, you're not clever. You're a fucking, a cunt.
All right.
I'm just gonna be forward like Johnny. I'm inspired by Johnny. No, it's just like people. my TV's too high, so like when I want to play in N64, I got it up here. But I got a little like connection that I can hook those guys up and go HDMI, and then we're looking good here. And then so I can play my N64 on my monitor here that's just right in front of me. And so oh my, optimum gameplay, dude. Oh my god. And then I did get a controller. So
oh shit.
Little different here. So it's an N64 controller that you can plug into your N64. So it's not you don't have to it was $30. Is
your hands
like
can
connections.
Be,
it has the
your hands can be in like
makes
natural
a lot more
positions.
Sense. I guess like people who like if we have any youngsters out there who've never played an N64 controller, they were like really stupid of how they were laid out. Not ergonomic at all. They kind of you couldn't access all the buttons. And then this guy here is kind of, I don't know, does it look more like a Xbox controller? Right?
Yeah, I guess it's like a smaller layout. Xbox controller. Hold on.
Well, it's just maybe more like a Switch Pro controller. Yeah. So I mean, N64. Yeah. So yeah, buttons are different. So it only has one toggle here, and then you got your Z buttons. You could have two. So if you want to go, double. Anyways, this is from what's it? Retro Gamers Brawler 64 controller is what it's called. I saw it on YouTube. A YouTuber I like called Wolf Den, Bob Wolf. He's a Nintendo guy, so he's like everything Nintendo. So older stuff, and he reviewed it. And I'm like, I saved it on Amazon, and I'm like, it was in my lists of saved things that one day I'm going to play that. And then I was like inspired from Johnny. I'm like, I want to play my old game. So I bought that fucking thing. This thing is rad. If you're going to play old N64 games, it's $30. I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
it's probably a waste of money, but I love it. It actually is great.
I remember people talking shit about the Xbox controller, like the original Xbox controller, and thinking like,
well, because it was huge.
It was big. Yes, we've talked about this, but the N64 was just, who designed that? Like, oh, you could play left-handed, right-handed. No, you can't. You cannot. It's like,
well, they show that you could also play it the right-handed way with your the D-pad and then the control stick. I'm like, what game has that?
Yeah. Well, anyway. Like scrolling through some of the games, I think you guys were there watching, like that Johnny had. It still has like the original like layouts for the buttons and stuff. They don't make any sense. Like playing some of the first-person shooter games, like Medal of Honor, they don't make any you like at least translating to today. Like like on PlayStation, they had triggers, they had buttons on the side, right? But they didn't utilize them for shooting. Like.
Well, I think that the PlayStation controller really worked out. Like this is PS3. It's not much. Yeah. It hasn't changed. Even like the newest one, the PS5 is like
they
this
did
is
make
PS1.
Those triggers
look like this.
They did make those triggers. They used to not be triggers.
Yeah,
they used to just be buttons. They used to be two bumpers, right? Which still would have been fine to have that as like a trigger, but it's like shoot is like X. And like and nothing's in the right spot. It's like throw grenades on the other side. It's like, what the fuck? Crouch and then run. So I was trying to play it. I'm like, what in the fuck?
You're trying to what the fuck am I doing? Like,
this game sucks.
I need 3 hands to do it.
Yeah, and like
this is not fucking fun.
They used. I mean, I remember games where you could like change the button layout, but it's like you have 4 options, and none of these utilize like what you like. I'm glad games have evolved, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
People go, oh, the good old days. Like,
well yeah. I'm playing some of these older games, and some of them are hard. I'm playing Rogue Squadron. I've never beat that game, actually, without cheats. And I'm playing it now with cheats. I still get stuck.
Dang.
Because I remember you could just do a cheat mode where you get unlock at any level, and you're just like, I'm going to fuck around. And then I'm like, okay, I actually want to try and beat these levels to get all of them. It's hard still. So I'm playing Rogue Squadron for N64. It's rad and it's cool with like this controller. It's a lot of fun. But anyways, so that's one thing that I've been doing. And then maybe you can see that the my camera angle is a little different this episode if you're watching on YouTube. That's bought
because Brian's shorter today.
Yeah. Instead of kind of off to the corner, which wasn't that much of a difference. Kyle, he didn't like it. So I bought a desktop camera mount so I can have my camera mounted more towards the middle of my desk, clamped to the back of my desk, and I can just have my camera. Because I'm not going to buy a webcam, so I don't need that. So my 6400 is good enough. But it's kind of more towards the middle here. It's cool. So I was, kind of stoked on that. I went to a local photography camera store. Yeah, photography camera shop, I guess.
You can name it. It's okay.
Photoshop is Adobe. Nelson's Photos in San Diego. So if you're a photographer, you're aspiring to be one, or you will need a little something for your photo game or whatever. Not sponsored, but they're awesome. They're kind of like that idea of like a small shop, like mom and pop shop, where they actually give a shit, and everybody there is really good.
And they're
They're like, oh, wow.
Photography. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can ask them really dumb questions and they'll help you out. Like I bought this desktop mount from Amazon, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. It's pretty solid, but I'm like, I needed to get a plate mounted to it so that I can just quickly take my camera off, and then I have a quick mount plate or whatever that I put onto my tripod. So I want to take this off, put it on my tripod, whatever. And so it's not a whole like you're trying to crack a safe to, screw this thing in and then take off the plate, whatever. I want it to be easy. Easy street is what I'm looking for. And so I'm like, I don't kind of know what I'm looking for. I bought something on Amazon from the same brand that is the quick plate, and my tripod did not work. I was like,
interesting.
I'm just going to keep spending money on things that I'm like, I don't know what the hell I need. So I just took all the parts that I wanted to this Photoshop or camera shop. And then I'm like, I want to get this to clamp onto this. What can I use? Can you show me something? And the guy looked at me like I was an idiot. He's like, yes. I'm like, I don't know how to tell you what I want. I can show you what I want. And then he's like, all right, let's go this way, dude.
Did you guys write a Spice Girl song after that too?
No, I'd tell you what I want.
This was.
But he looked at me like, he's like, is this a put on? Is he a fucking just like, is he trying to put like an asshole? I'm like, no, I honestly don't know how to explain this. So I'm going to show you this thing. I want something to put on here. And then the guy showed me. I'm like, wow, you're awesome. Thank you for helping me. And you didn't treat me like I'm a fucking idiot. And it's like, you easily could have. And he's like, well, I don't want to get fired. Anyway, so Nelson Photo in San Diego, if you're here, go check it out.
There's a website that keeps popping up, or like an ad on YouTube. mpb.com, which is like a used, you can sell, like you can sell or trade, like on this website. I mean,
is it for right now photography?
For photography. I don't know what the MPB stands for, but I always see an ad for it. I don't know why, but you can go there and look up different SLRs, different lenses, so you can buy lenses on there.
Yeah.
Other cameras that don't use like mirrors or whatever they call it. I don't know what the different types of cameras, but you can buy them.
Yeah.
There you go. But you can buy a bunch of different ones on there. So you can buy it directly from the site. You don't have to do it through somebody.
Yeah, that's cool.
But they also offer that where you can do like
kind of like a
trade in for something.
like a reverb.com, but for photos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe someone would find that interesting. And I don't know what the prices are because I've only looked at it twice. This is my second time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's expensive. I wonder how that compares. Oh, well, click off. Yeah.
But it's cool. And the same thing going to like a smaller mom and pop shop like Nelson Photo is similar to going to South Austin Music. It's like, yeah, you could buy it on Amazon, but they actually showed you what you need.
Yeah.
Like, this will work. Do you want to spend $30? And I'm like, yes, here's my fucking money. Can you give that to me, please? And same thing. It was like, here's a tremolo. You already know that you want to buy it. Do you want to go on fucking Reverb or Guitar Center? Like, no, I want that tremolo. Here's my money, please. It's like, it's cool. So it's, I don't know, support some smaller shit.
Does it make the $6 million man sound? Yes. Then I want that.
So, and then a quick what's new here. Not to say that it's not important, but I still need to dive into these bad boys. So give me a second here. So for video people, this is going to be more beneficial for you. But I do have a bass that I picked up from Justin Motander Jones. So if you do remember me talking about that video that I did for his Ranchita that we gave away, or he gave it away. I didn't do jack shit. I made a video demoing his Ranchita guitar. I'm going to do a video similar to this bass. So this is the Berto bass from Justin Motander Jones. I think it's pretty slick. So
that's pretty sweet.
I was like, I think I saw something on his page. Why am I gonna play it? I saw something on his page, and I was kind of like just drunk, like like, hey, I'm gonna get wild in the DMs with Justin. I'm like, oh, what if you made a bass with that? And he's like, I could do that. I'm like, what do you think could be on a bass? I'm like, well, it has to be full scale, has to be string through. I mean, because that's, I don't know, like give it the option to do, on the top if you want to,
yeah,
to do that. But I don't know, give it the string through so that people want to play punk can do it, and then make it full scale and jazz bass neck because most I don't know. I mean. And he's like, well, which do you prefer? I like jazz bass because I got little hands, And so he's like, all right, I'm just going to fucking start building it. So he built it. And he's like, well, you're kind of responsible for this thing. So would you like to do a video on it? It is the TV Jones humbucker. So it's kind of in that P bass position. So it's similar. It's the same one that the Devera bass from Equits has. So... I'm excited to start playing this. I got a video planned that I'm gonna rope Johnny Ray into doing.
Nice.
So we're gonna demo this.
Yeah, because you suck at bass, so he'll like make that shine.
Okay, thanks.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna. I got a song that I'm gonna play punk style on this, and then I'll demo kind of pick style punk and heavy gain stuff, and then Johnny's gonna do some widdly,
the
finger
slapping
styles.
Stuff.
No like
slapping
on this.
Like that one Italian bassist guy does.
He's
I forget his name.
He's gonna. I don't remember, but yeah, Johnny's gonna play some stuff. I think I might just let's do some more like kind of, I don't know, conventional style bass playing, and then also I'm like, let's get some pedals on there too, and let's just let Johnny just go off,
Is it possible to show that bridge a little closer? I want to see that. Is that a Schroeder?
Yes.
Yes.
So, and then even the knobs. Oh, I'm sorry. The knobs are Schroeders.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So they're the guys in La Mesa. So it's total retro vibe on this bass. So I'll post pictures obviously on Instagram, and it's people who are just audio only. But, yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then is he calling
that the Berto?
It's the Berto.
Okay, it looks like
Berto. So not Berto like Mario, but Berto, like Roberto, Alberto, like, like the burrito shops. He's like, it's a San Diego thing. It's like the best, burrito shops are the Bertos. So it's a Berto guitar, Berto bass.
Damn,
So,
I thought I was going for a German thing. Berta is a German word.
and then
But
from from Dan, Wooden Dan, he is giving away this guitar. It's kind of a double cut junior
yeah.
inspired guitar. So cool headstock, cool inlays, lots of fucking laser inlays, all this crazy shit. Hung out with these guys last night. These guys are guitar building nerds. They love this shit, and they have a huge passion for building guitars. And just hanging out with them, it's really cool. So he had one of his artist friends. If I can show it off on the camera here. And I'm going to do a video on this one too. So there's a clear pick guard with art underneath the body cavity. He's got the Tiki Man surf guy playing the guitar here. Clear.
That's awesome.
Pickups and stuff like that, so you can see all the winding and stuff like that. It's just a little tamer body shape than what Dan is used to, but he went wild with like some of the accoutrements of the guitar. So this one is Dan is going to give this away. I'm going to do a video similar to the Ranchita, just going over the specs and the sounds of this. So expect it on the YouTube channel. So those are my next two.
Hold on. I'm never going to see this again. I'm never going to watch that video, but can you flip it over? I want to see the back of that neck.
Yes.
Where he's paint. That is so cool.
So it goes.
Oh, man.
And then he's got his boy's signature etched into the back.
Dang.
So
that
clear.
is really cool.
So, and locking tuners, all this shit. So
I want that.
It's going to go to a charity. So you could win it. They both play really well and they both sound really cool. So I'm excited to actually, get some videos done with it.
That's cool.
Yeah, the bass I'm gonna play at some just in case practices too. Just kind of put it through its paces. So this one charity. The Berto is gonna be for sale. Got to be careful with that one. He says it's clear coated, so it's like, oh, you're good, Brian, but don't like. He's like, I've seen some of your other ones, your other guitars. Take it easy. Anyway, long what's new. So some guitar stuff, some non-guitar stuff. We got it going on. All right. Let's do a topic or two. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this was I'm not going to name any names of the band or whatever, but it's something that I saw of somebody like a posting for a band member. Like, we need a drummer for a band. And so somebody posted on their band page and just a long laundry list of things that you have to check, that you have to have. It's like, hey, this band hasn't had a full lineup since before COVID.
Yeah.
Remember, 2019? And so it's just me knowing this band. And then, so it's like, okay, you have to have all these things before you even message us. So just the attitude of like, okay, yeah, beggars can be
yes,
choosers.
sir.
Beggars.
You make that note. Beggars can be. You circle can be choosers.
Yeah. Big.
I got it all wrong.
Exclamation point. Anyway, so it's like you have to be between the ages of 21 and 40.
Okay.
So
well,
fuck
Johnny's
off
out.
if your 40th birthday. Get the fuck out of the band.
Yeah. You're 40, you turn 40 in the band, they're like,
they have
sorry.
the cake with the 40, the 4 and the 0 on it, and they just take it and just shove your face in it. Get the fuck out of the band room.
You're fired.
You're fired. Must have pro gear.
Okay.
And transportation, reliable
Mm-hmm.
transportation.
Yeah, the trolley is pretty reliable, right?
What the fuck is pro gear? Anyways, yeah. Let's see. I'm not trying to go too much into this. Have a pro look. You'd have a pro look before you fucking want to be in our band. And then, let's see. Need to be experienced.
And
And
what?
Exactly. There's a bunch of other things like, yeah, and it's like, oh, be able to like help pay for recordings and pay for studio like rehearsal space. I'm like, that's a lot to ask for a band member. Don't you want
looking
somebody
for a unicorn here?
Okay, yeah. Well, I was just thinking about that. It's like that's a lot to ask. I mean, I understand it's like, oh, having a certain level for what you want in a band, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It's like I think we've found, especially towards the end, you want to just get along with the person. That's the first and foremost.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of these other things will line up, right, for your band member. And I think just because the plane ended with probably the best drummer and band member that we've had, which is Brian. And it just ended not because of the band or a fight between any of us. It's just because you're not in the fucking state anymore. That's why it was done. It wasn't ever like, well, fuck, I hate Brian. I hate Kyle. No, it's just like that. It is ended. And so I don't know. I feel like, oh, Brian, and it was like the first time with meeting Brian, or like, we knew him, but having him play with us, like, oh, let's meet up first, I guess, before I decide to play with you guys. Because he was like, it's like, I just want to see if I vibe with you guys. It's like, I know you, but I don't really, you know? And then now it's like, oh no, I think Brian's one of my best friends. I'm like, I didn't give a shit about what he looked like. I didn't give a shit about his drums, like pro gear. The fuck does that mean? I'm like, well, Brian, what kind of car do you have?
Yeah, exactly.
Because actually, like, I think like he was driving his Honda Element, and that wasn't a reliable.
It was pretty sick though.
It was cool, but
so it did score some points with that.
And so it's just all these prerequisites. So it's just like, it's funny because it's just so vague. It's funny because it's like, it's coming from people who are adults.
Yeah.
If you're 40, fuck off.
Well, it's like, are those people those things? The people who are asking for that stuff?
Well, you may have hit on the nose. I don't know. It's that's what gets to be silly.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like the dream of thinking that your band is going to be the biggest thing in the world. It's like at a certain point, it just has to be fun.
Hold on, train's leaving the station. We're fucking going. We're first hitting America's Got Talent, and then we're going on The Voice, and then we're going on, I don't know, fucking Joe Rogan next.
Well, I'm not going to name that drummer again, but I already bleeped his name out once. But that guy thought he was going to make it. He was like, he's setting the world on fucking fire. But I don't know. It's kind of this idea of like, I don't know, when you get a little bit older, you're kind of just like,
yeah,
you want things to be easy as far as your relationship goes.
Well, yeah.
And that sounds stupid.
You kind of know where the red flags are just when dealing with regular people. I don't think any of those things that they listed are red flags when performing or playing with anyone. It's like, yeah, maybe they don't have the best gear, but it's like, that's a goal that someone could be working towards. Yeah. Just because they don't have it right now doesn't mean they're not a good drummer or a good fit for the band. So it's, you're automatically closing out all of these opportunities, which might be tedious to try and find someone, right, that fits that mold. Yeah. But, you're right. It's actually it's more about can I exist in the same room with this person? Because you can list all those things, and like, you know who's got all that stuff? Nikki Sixx. But you know what? He's probably a dickhead. You don't want to be around that guy. Just saying.
And there's also
we named
things
Nikki Sixx last time, but I'm saying.
Yeah. Also things too of like, what the hell is Pro Gear?
Yeah. Not a Line 6 Spider?
Well,
not a Boss Katana? Well.
But there are people who gig with Boss Katanas.
Yeah. Could be.
It's like, okay. I know we like to shit on them, but you could totally gig with those. It's totally fucking fun.
Yeah.
Well, even my gigging bass rig is not pro. Because I don't think I've seen any professionals playing a terror bass combo.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't think I like ever seen a rig rundown with those orange isobaric cabs. Totally fine. You can totally fucking do it. You know, it's like, is that not pro?
By the way,
and I'm like,
there is one at South Austin Music Exchange.
I know. I have
the cab
one already.
The cab.
You should get one.
Just the cab and get a little.
And then you get
terror bass head.
Yeah, get a bass head.
Damn, that'd be sick. It was $500.
And then just leave the fucking Ampeg shit in San Diego.
No,
with me. I'll take it and leave it to this guy.
This motherfucker. Maybe.
Well,
maybe
and then
day.
there's the idea of like the pro look. I mean, I look fucking hello.
It says it right there. Yeah, ass pro.
Ass.
Oh, bass.
Bass pro shops.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up to the gig with a Bass Pro Shop hat, my Carhartt's fucking pocket tee, baby. You see if I can see if put the fucking
your supreme, your supreme backpack.
Yeah, I got my supreme.
What's up, fellow kids?
I look like a child.
Yeah.
I got my PS3 fucking
What's
game.
up, fellow trendsetters?
Hype beasts. I'm gonna put my fucking PlayStation controller in my fucking pocket in the front. So I'm like, oh, we're playing fucking drummers fucking tuning again.
You catch that Fortnite update last night, fellas?
Yeah.
You catch that Mr. Beast episode last night?
No idea what any of that is. Oh, and I'm like, what the hell's a pro look? I don't think I think it's been like since we were like 19 or 20 that we've kind of cared about how the other person dresses or looks.
Yeah.
One thing that still sticks is never wear shorts.
Yeah, flip-flops.
Flops and shorts. We don't
condone.
No. Drummer can get away with fucking shorts. He's got a pass.
He's got a lot of work to do. He's got some cardio he's working on back there.
Yeah, and
he might have like no air circulation. He might be like the canary in the cave, you know. He might just be sweating like a fucking dog back there.
The cave of the canary. When he dies, that's when the show's over.
We know.
That's the set is done when the drummer just dies.
Well, sorry guys, we gotta go find another one.
I think we I know we've had it with playing and practice, and I think just the other day with just in case practice, Brian has these certain pants that normally it's not a problem, but like these ones are cut a certain way, and then they're just like a certain width around where like the beater gets stuck in his pant leg. So I saw him rolling him up and getting stuck. He's like,
like a bicycle.
That's one thing you don't think about as like a guitar player or a bass player. It's like, yeah, your pants can fuck up your drumming. You're going like you're hitting, and then did you imagine trying to push down and you're like you push and you throw yourself over the drums?
He probably didn't have that pro look, you know.
Oh,
a pro would have known.
I think we came from work, so it's like I think he's actually a professional, young professional look. I don't know. It's just like that was just like I saw that and it was kind of funny. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't thought about starting a band in a while, or like, what are my like prerequisites? I just want people that I like. I think
Have chill vibes, bro.
Chiller vibes. I mean, it was I haven't watched his videos in a while, but always a big fan of the Pete Thorne videos, and he would kind of always have like a little advice that he'd say as he goes along. It's like you want to have like, kind of the three things. You can have like two of the three things if you're picking a gig or a band: good hangs, good music, or good money.
Yeah.
It's like if you can get two of those, it's like, yeah, just pick that fucking band. It's like, and good hangs and good music is gonna, yeah. If you don't make good money, then that's fine. That's probably like, I'm not gonna ever make good money playing in a band, so I can kiss that one goodbye. I'm like, if I like the music and I like the guys, then I say that's good. So I don't know. It was kind of just funny, this laundry list of things. I'm like, you haven't had a fucking full band in you haven't had a drummer in fucking a year, 2 years, or whatever. Who are you to like? And I think saw somebody like commenting. I'm like, well, I'm 41, so I guess I'm fucking out. Yeah, if you're 40 years old, get the fuck out. You're basically dead.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. We kind of a long episode. It's funny how long we ran on. I think we were gonna try and do another topic, but I think it's time to get out of here.
Yeah, we don't bore him to death.
No, I think it's we just saw each other. Like, I know you don't want me there, but I think we're gonna have to work on trying to get another trip in before the end of the year.
Definitely.
Get a couple more Miku posters, would you?
Yeah, is that what you're like like a moth to the flame? That'll make you feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Just
what if I got like Inuyasha or something?
Get a bunch of yeah, that works. Or
I've never seen that show.
Evangelion. I've never seen Inuyasha. Demon Slayer. That's popular.
Before we go, can you explain what a Vocaloid is? Because you've mentioned it like a million times. What's a Vocaloid?
I don't quite know, but I know Miku is like, it's a program.
Can you say it? Can you explain it without using the word Vocaloid?
Miku is a programmed voice from a computer that is just, it's not a person. Like, she's not based on somebody. It's all computer. It's all digital created voice, and then it's somebody just programs her singing. I actually don't really like a lot of Hatsune Miku songs. I try listening to it like to get into the culture. Be like,
yeah,
oh, I like, the anime shit. I like K-pop, or not K-pop. Well, I do like that. But I like J-pop and J-rock and like stuff. Like, okay, this should be cool.
You like J-rock from Trailer Park Boys? Me
J-rock,
too,
baby. J-rock, baby. Well, I like like Love Live. I pretty much every iteration of all those bands, and that's like K-pop idols. I'm like, oh, this I could fucking listen to Hatsune Miku. I cannot. I'm like, there's like a song or two. It sounds exactly robotic. What you would think. You know how I think I played you like some like K-On music or whatever, and you're like, man, that's so fucking auto-tuned. I'm like, I still like it, but this is not even auto-tuned. It's like playing a keyboard, your voice.
Yeah.
I'm sure you you said you've had plugins like that where you're playing like chorus, like a chorus line.
Vocoder. Yeah.
Kind of like that, yeah. So I'm sure there's more to it than that, but it's like, I know for her, it's a fake. She's not real.
Yeah.
No, duh, right? It's not like,
you just have to convince yourself that.
No, it's like, I'm explaining it. Yeah, how Love Live are voice actresses who do the characters on the show, and then they also sing, and then they perform like the songs live.
Mm-hmm.
But they're people. And then on the
kind
show,
of the gorillas, yeah,
kinda. But it's like it's actually people. I think they have the cartoons on the screen. But Hatsune Miku is not real at all. There's no human element into it. It's just programming. Boring, right? All right.
Yeah.
But that's why like the Miku pedal is pretty, it's not far off of what the. No, I mean it is far off, but it's like not very. It's like I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound very human. Like if you actually listen to the songs, they don't sound human at all.
Dang.
Oh, food for thought there. You can listen to it on Spotify. I tried to be like, I've never heard one. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I have been getting into a playlist on Spotify. Shane talked about it on Matt and Shane. It's just a bunch of like, let's see if I can see what it's called. If people want to join it, or not join it, but listen to it. It's Joy to the World. It's a lot of like, let's see, you got Blue Suede, you got the Coasters, Stevie Wonder,
Blue Swede.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Blue Swede. Sam Cooke.
Ooga chaka. Ooga.
Yeah.
That song.
I mean, it's a fun.
Can't stop this feeling.
Electric Light Orchestra.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's
like happy music.
Yeah. It's just fun music. Yeah, it's like, Please, Mr. Postman. I'm like, man, from the Marvelettes. I'm just like at work. I'm like, this is just like happy. Like this, like, yeah, it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
like some older '60s and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of that's been my work playlist.
Nice.
It's called Joy to the World. They all link it so everybody else can listen to it as well.
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's
get on out of here. Just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. Just search the Tone Jerks and you'll find it, or linked in the description of the podcast here. And then we also have an Instagram at the Tone Jerks, posting cool shit over there on the reg. I got my, my glamour shots that I'm doing over there
of me. Yep.
Got some good stuff over there. And then you can rate the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Hopefully it's 5 stars. But rate whatever you think we deserve there. And then if you're really hold on. If you're listening to the podcast or if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I was looking at some of our analytics. Almost 90% of our views on the YouTube channel are from unsubscribed people. I'm like, so I mean, who knows how far the podcast reaches? I need to say it in the videos, but I'm just going to start saying it more often. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. That'd be, that would help us out. Help me out. I don't know. I like doing the videos and just seeing that. It sounds dumb. When I see the number, I'm like, I just get like, yes. I do like that. Anyways, subscribe on YouTube. And then if you really like what you hear, you can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. And you get an RSS feed for the $2. And that gets you all the past premium podcasts on Patreon. A lot of P's there. And then you get that straight to your favorite podcatcher, and you get all the new ones coming out once a week on every Tuesday. And sometimes we do a bonus, but there's over 200 bonus premium podcasts over there on Patreon. So you got the juicy stuff up there behind the paywall. You can the gloves come
real
off.
Fucking juicy. It's like TMZ over there.
Yeah.
The juice just flows.
And just for the sport, we want to give you a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it. Are you done fucking talking? Jesus Christ.
A lot of plosives on that one. But, Kyle, why don't you give it to...
I got Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and the Second Button Podcast. I have Abe Newman, Michael Newman. Oh, that Second Button Podcast Brian is also involved with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Watch along, listen along.
Yep.
See what's going down.
We do the work, so you don't even have to fucking watch the episode.
Yeah.
Just listen to the
close
podcast.
Your eyes. Listen to it right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Chris from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast.
I'm just like that cat that's vibing.
Bum 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 with the Home Depot,
the Bass Pro Shop music.
I don't know what they don't have commercials.
The Billy Bass music.
Yeah, we need to get you one of those things and mount on the wall. Annoying, loud ass, fucking stupid thing that when you walk by it triggers.
They still make those?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, no, you got to get a Billy Bass.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Joe from Like My Pedals, the Just Surprise Me podcast, and also Masters of the Cinematic Universe. Will Lehue from the Just Surprise Me. Dang, what is wrong with me? From the Just Surprise Me podcast. Also,
you had one seltzer. It's gonna fuck you up,
dude. And I had a water to wash it down too. I diluted it. We have R.J. Smith from the Teletalks podcast, also YouTube, also Instagram fame.
Instagram
fame. Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Howie Feltersnatch, Jason Fuzzmonger, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum. Is it Rao or Row? It's Rao. He's a Rao. Oh, he's a Rao here somewhere.
Yeah.
Boom. Kevin E. Quits from He Quits Guitars. We're moving on.
Quite a rowing. No? Okay.
I'm aroused.
Yeah, that was something. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna
damn.
leave you all your shitty jokes in.
Okay, cool. Alvaro
all
Viramontes.
my killers I leave in.
That's lay. Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. Mel Chibson of Chibson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Fahey. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig.
Yeah. I'm not even paying attention. I was looking at my fucking sick ass fucking gear, dude.
Is this the first time you put it on and looked at yourself?
No, I was wearing it the first day that I got back from Texas. I was wearing it all day.
That's how you made it through TSA. They're like,
I was
this
wearing
guy doesn't
this
have
on the fucking plane, dude.
This guy doesn't have a fucking gun on him. Yeah. Let him through.
I hope he does.
Tannerite in his carry-on bag.
Like it just
they sell that shit. The blow, you put it in something and blow it up.
Goes to Texas once, wears Carhartt and Bass Pro Shop gear. It's
like those aren't even Texas things, too.
It's just like
I'm just country all of a sudden.
Yeah,
working class country.
We were at like 7-Eleven and somebody was wearing the same exact thing I was. It's a Carhartt shirt.
Oh, but he's actually covered in paint.
Fat
and
dude
like
wearing skinny jeans.
Dirt.
And I'm like, yeah, that's me, dude. Dude, we're both like bros. Just like look like bullfrogs that you just fucking start just like.
Then no ass, just when you lift them up. That's me. It's like all top heavy, like muffin.
It's muffin top.
Yeah. Anyway,
bread loaf top.
Hugh G-Rection.
Oh yeah, there we go.
D's nuts got him. Hyphenated, by the way.
Got him.
D's nuts hyphen got him.
Like you married into this.
Yeah. D's nuts got him. Got him.
Got him.
D's nuts got him.
D's nuts got him.
These nuts got him.
No, it's
Zach Hale. Sorry, keep going. Keep going, Brian. Your joke is really funny. Keep going.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Zach Hale, Eric Merrill from Elm Effects, Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast, Tim Noack from Bardic Audio Devices, Jonathan Jeruzik from 12th Hour Devices, Tyler Rhines.
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it. No, I should say it. It'd be like these bullocks.
These bullocks. Tyler Rhines from Tyler KC Riffs.
Oh, I mean bullocks.
Matthew Fenslaw, Michael McVeigh.
Oh, dude, I can just fucking chill, dude.
Matthew Davis, and we got a new one.
Like fucking my gut hanging out.
We got a new one, Brian.
Oh shit! Oh
yeah, you're my hype, dude. I need your support. All right. I sit through your shitty show every week to do this. Button
N64
noise.
controller, We're going turbo.
All right. Calm down. We got Tony DeGraw from the Signal Path Facebook group.
He's
nice.
He's one of the Just Surprise Me bros. He's been on that show too. It's good listen. He's always keeping those guys straight. Giving them the business over there that just surprised me. I like
knocking him over the head, telling him to shut the fuck up.
Was it like the Three Stooges or something like that?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get on out of here. All right. We'll see you next time. Oh, I got to turn it off. All right. Bye.
Bye.